Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get that bell notification on too so you don't miss out on a video. Welcome back to the channel where last time we were here, we started building up the farming area in the small town of Prattsburg. And in today's video, we're going to be doing the same thing. We didn't really get to everything we needed to last episode, so that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be expanding the industry area, the farming, really making sure that we have a lot of those resources going. We might start the oil industry out that same way if we have time. But I really want to get another interchange in, and this is going to really help support the farming industry, and in particular, the second farming town in the same area. So let's hop out and take a look at what we're going to be doing. Well, this is what we did last time. The town of Prattsburg, it's got a tram stop in here, a bus depot, and a bus little hub here. We got a historical train station out this way as well, and we got our first farming area in the game. Just a cool orchard out this way. But we have a small town, old kind of vibes, and we got this really nice main street up this hill that takes us right up to this street, which will then take us into the future town of Dipsy Doodle over here, which also will have more farming areas. So I can anticipate that there's going to be a ton of traffic coming from these farming areas because this farm in particular is really small and it produces some traffic. We have a cargo station right here too, so we got to make sure that we have the ability to support all the traffic that this is going to create. So I'm thinking we get another interchange. Now, we drew this road out here a long time ago, and it's in a great spot. We should totally get a small diamond interchange right here. This will definitely be helpful because we'll then draw in that road connection down into here and then connect it up into this road, which is the same road that leads across the canal here. So I think that's going to have a really good support network for Dipsy Doodle, all the farming area through here. So then we have one interchange and two interchanges supporting this town. This interchange, is going to have a lot of traffic from Oracle Bay and whatnot. So we got to make sure that we have some sort of support interchange. And it also gives us room to have another interchange down the line if we need it. So I think that's what we're going to start off with today. What is new in the town of Prattsburg? Well, I think I just expanded this area a little bit more and detailed up some things that I missed. But yeah, the farming area looks really nice. We are making enough crops to be able to produce a good steady flow of apple juice. It's not the lemonade factory, it is the apple juice factory. We have enough crops going through there, and then another thing that I have is I put the industrial steel plant out this way with the other other ore industries because we really need the cash flow. Like, we really need it. So I'm just putting it out this way. I have an idea for it in another build, but it's just going to be temporarily placed inside of the already temporary ore industry. We really should focus on getting some of these ore industries built out because they're just kind of plopped down to get production. Unlike the farming industry that we're kind of detailing up as we go. So that is kind of what we got going on today. Let's start off with the diamond interchange because that's going to give us lots of roads to connect into, and it's going to really help us with planning out everything for the episode. So we're going to have this road come through here. We're going to elevate it into a bridge, and right around here is actually where we have the double track turn into a single track. So it's really convenient because we could definitely squeeze in a on-ramp and off-ramp right here, which is good, unlike kind of how we had it on this side where we needed to do an offset spewy. So yeah, I think we can get a classic bridge diamond through here. We'll then curve it down into here, and then we'll get the roads through there. So what does a diamond interchange need? Well, we're gonna have the bridge over top, and then we'll have off-ramps going on both sides, and then same thing on this side. So it's gonna be pretty tight, but I don't really see this one being incredibly busy, so I think a diamond interchange can definitely suffice. So let's grab I think all we really need is a 4-lane road, but I'm gonna go with like a 6-lane just because then we have that dedicated turning lane, and then we can make sure that actually, you know what, I think let's start off with the 2 and then we'll see if we actually do need to upgrade it. So we're gonna go with the painted median. And let's go 9 units up. It's a good starting point. And we can obviously redraw this road. It doesn't need to be exactly there. So I think I'm just going to choose this spot just because. And we're going to put down a node right here. And then we're going to put down another node right across in that little gap between the rail and the highway. And then we're going to put another one down fairly close to the rail as well. Actually, I don't have any guidelines on. It would be helpful if we did. Yeah, right about there. And then from here, I'm just going to go out 12 units. And just about there. There we go. Going to click home, click it in, and then I'll do the same thing for here. So we're going to probably need to delete this. Now we can probably recurve this down the line, but I think this is a good starting point. All right, very good. So let's now grab our road here, and we're just going to have this have a nice simple curve in just like that. Very good. Now we're going to probably expand out the 4-lane units to a certain point where we're going to get like another road or something like that. We could grab this one and bring it all the way down the highway, connect it in, and then that's going to be where the 4-unit road turns into the 2-unit road. But we'll see. And then same thing for here. We'll figure something out. But let's connect this up. So it seems like if we're going to have this interchange be here, it seems like there would probably be a road connection into this one. Maybe even it turns into here. But then that is Dipsy Doodle Boulevard. So we could easily get it to Dipsy Doodle down this way onto the highway. But I'd rather Dipsy Doodle kind of go off and be its own regional road. So that means we're going to need to connect into it. But what if we were to connect it into here? Like I mentioned at the beginning, I think that's a really good idea. We could easily get like some sort of other road connection between the two. So let's figure that out really quickly. All right, so I think this is good for now. We have the bridge, we have these rural road connections in here too, which is going to be useful. This one is totally going to go out into this area where we're going to have some oil. Now right here we have a junction, a 4-way stop. This should probably be a roundabout. I could definitely see that being the case. However, if it's not too busy, a light is fine right there. Maybe with some extra turning lanes, that'd be cool. But we also have this frontage road through here for the railway that maybe we can include into this at some point. So we will see, but let's get the diamond interchange portion done. So that is the on-ramps and off-ramps onto the highway. All right, fantastic. So we have a awesome interchange through here. It definitely connects everything up, and it'll definitely help support the farming industry as we go on. So let's just finish off the sloping with this, and then we can talk about trying to fix the 4-lane to 2-lane conundrum that we've placed on ourselves. So, I mean, we could have easily done it with like a smaller interchange with just like 2 lanes total, but I think it's cooler to do it this way. All right, so I was just about to build off the regional road on this side, but I realized I'd rather kind of talk about it while I'm doing it. So we put this frontage road in. We already kind of had that established, so I figured I might as well connect it. So we have this here being the reason why we have a dedicated kind of turning lane here. This will be really supportive for all the farming industry through here. We can connect it up to the frontage road. That's awesome. And then we actually have this road continue on into here, so we can kind of see that maybe there used to be some more farms out this way, or maybe this road is much older road or something like that. But on this side, what can we do to kind of demarcate that, do the exact same thing? Now I'm thinking we're bring this larger road a bit further on this side, and then maybe we yeah, I don't think we can really go in this direction because there's a giant mountain, but we can easily just get like a bit of a jut out, and we can have like some sort of factory out this way or something like that, and then that can be the reason why we have that turning lane. I don't think I'm actually going to connect it up right here because I think we built this to be like a spur for an industry zone. All right, so here it is, looking good. We can add just a bit of land around this kind of bump out, and then that'll definitely make it look a little nicer. But there we go, diamond interchange, quick and easy, definitely a good addition to the area, and it will be really supportive for what we're going to be doing in today's episode with the farming industry and whatnot. And look at that, all the traffic is flowing nicely through here. It looks like a good functional interchange, and that's all we need, particularly on this part of the map. So let's talk about what we need for Dipsy Doodle and the farms in particular, because the farms in particular are what we're going to be focusing on. Dipsy Doodle, I imagine, would have spawned up probably in the junction of these two roads here, and is a bit more of like a smaller kind of hamlet kind of vibe is what I'm thinking. Definitely not as big as Prattsburg. This is going to be secondary to Prattsburg, but we need a lot of people out this way, so I'm thinking lots of kind of smaller suburb kind of homes and like little kind of cul-de-sacs in a way, but then we also need to worry about the fact that a lot of the people working here or living here is actually going to be working in the oil industry down the line. But let's focus on farms because we need a few things with the farms. So we have crops being produced over there, but we don't have flour and animal products. So I'm thinking that's what we kind of focus Dipsy Doodle on. That it's like a mill town kind of vibe, right? So we have the flour mills, for example, and the cattle. So what I'm thinking is we use some land that's not perfect, and we use that for like perfect for farming, and we use that for the animal agriculture. But seems like this is going to be the majority of the crops, and then we can get some animal agriculture kind of maybe along this area here. That seems like a good spot for it. And then maybe along this side, and then I don't know if I want to get it this close though, but I could definitely see us getting some cattle out this way, or something like that. So we're going to create a bunch of little farms, and that's going to be how we're going to do this. So the Laurel farms, I'm actually going to expand into here, because if we get anything out this way, it'd be nice to kind of have at least one of these farms be a higher level. So we'll have Laurel farms out this way, and then we can have another farm area over here. I'm just going to kind of segment out a few different farms. All right, so we're getting a few of these farms in now, and now I think it's probably time we start talking about the town itself, because we're going to get these out over here. Those are just going to be some smaller ones, but the majority of the crops is going to come from this side. So I think it'd be best to kind of plan this out. But this road here should probably continue straight in like a perfect kind of line with this one. So maybe we bring this one out like that, and then we connect up these together. All right, so looking at the road network that I've kind of laid out here, pretty fun. We have this flat area, so I would definitely see this being a bit more like straighter roads here. But we can kind of see where where a town would normally spawn up, right? We have a major junction right here and then right here. So I'm thinking that these two junctions are going to be the main ones of the town, and then also over onto this side. The rest of it, I think we could definitely see getting it into farming kind of territory, right? So let's maybe think about kind of creating a small town kind of vibe right off of this main street, and then this will give us a good sense on where to put like the flour mills and stuff like that, and get those crops going. So let's upgrade the road through here. I'm gonna go with the 4-lane road. We're gonna go with this one here for now, because I think this is a really cool road. And then right through here, I don't think we necessarily need to upgrade it at all. I think we're good to leave it like that. Particularly if this road in here is probably going to get upgraded at some point. Because if this is a main intersection, I'd rather the town kind of continue out this way. So if we were to grow it a little bit further, we're probably going to get more streets off of it. So let's just upgrade this to about here with a 4-unit road. That'll be helpful. And then now let's talk about what we need on this like main corner area. Well, when you see these small farming towns, you often see just like the main kind of commercial buildings in this area, usually like an old building of some sort, maybe even an old house. And then the town is kind of grown up off of that main intersection. That's what I'm kind of picturing between here. So what do we need on this main street then? Well, I'm thinking we can probably get maybe one of the seaside resort buildings, and then some commercial buildings. We'll see though, and probably a church. Now we do have a church building that I think could work here. Yeah, this one here. Let's get this. All right, I like that. But let's take a look if there's any good seaside resort buildings that would work in this kind of area. I really like the seaside resort buildings. I think they have a lot of really cool kind of vibes to them. Now we have used a bunch of them, so that is a little too big. This is a good farmhouse. Oh, that's an awesome farmhouse, but I don't think it would be on this main street. And we've probably used off a lot of the good ones in at this point, haven't we? Yeah, probably. So, thinking maybe we should probably think about getting a small grid off of this road here, because I would love to have like a secondary street through here. So that's definitely something that we're going to do. Let's just grab this one with parking, and we're going to do the same kind of thing we did in Prattsburg. So assuming that this road was once a 2-unit road, we need to make sure that we adjust our classic grid of 8 to 7, because one of those has been eaten up by the expansion of the road, right? So then this one needs to get upgraded then. All right, so I think this is going to be the town layout for Dipsy Doodle. I think this is going to work out great. It's really small, very supportive of like the other town. You know, this one can't be too bigger than this one. This one would clearly be the larger of the two towns because it has a waterfront, and people would want to live there who don't necessarily work in the industry, right? So I think this is going to play out really nice. I think this is a good size. We can clearly expand it a little bit more if we see fit. We have like a good land use over here, and then over here as well, and then also down these lines and over on this side too. Which for now I'm just going to leave open. You know, it's against the rails, it's fine. But let's get that small town vibe going. So I got the old church, that, you know, the old settler church that would have been there when the town was founded, kind of at the intersection of these farming roads. I think it makes sense. Will we get this to be a roundabout like I mentioned at the beginning? I don't know. We'll see if it actually gets too busy. But what do we need for the small town, right? So we have some services in Prattsburg, so we'll see what we need. So do we need healthcare? We probably need healthcare out this way, so we're gonna go with one of these older ones. And I think it would be really nice to have kind of at a major intersection. I feel like you'd see that kind of happen. Yeah, I think like maybe right in here would be neat if we can position it in the into the intersection here like this. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so it needs parking lots to support it, right? So let's get that in place. And we're gonna do this rather quickly since we just kind of did a small town last episode, but just enough to kind of get the feel going again of this area. Okay, so there's a dumpster right there, so we gotta make sure that we watch out for that because a garbage truck would need to get in here. So I think that's probably good if we leave it like that. Oh, need concrete here. There we go. And then we could get like some sort of path along this side if we need. But so we got healthcare, we're probably good there. I think we got elder care in the last town, so we're probably good on that. That is right here. Well, it doesn't really cover it, but I don't think we need another elder care. Childcare, we don't have anything out this way yet, but I don't think we need that in a small town. Now, I am going to include the sauna, I think, because the sauna is a really cool Main Street kind of vibe for these older towns. And I think it would look really nice right there, but maybe we put that right here instead. Yeah, I think that's a really cool vibe to have right there. All right, so we're good on healthcare then and death care. Fire services. So, you know, I would definitely see us getting this small firehouse again in this downtown area. But I could also see us getting like a more modern firehouse too. But this also kind of looks like it could double as like a schoolhouse, right? So maybe like an older schoolhouse. So I think we can include this one again. Let's bring it really close up onto this street because this street wouldn't have been there when this wide street wouldn't have been there when this building was built. So we can push that up a little bit more. Now, should we get that more modern fire station as well? We could probably get that out over here, but maybe we save that for another day because I think fire coverage is good. And then police and bank. I could see us getting another bank out this way. It's not too far. I think if banks add a lot to a main street or to the main street kind of vibe. So why don't we put that out over here, maybe in a bit more of like a modern area, closer to the highway and whatnot. So we'll just do something like that. I think that's pretty good. And then let's get parking as well for it because I feel like that would be realistic to have behind here, just like that. But we're on a bit of a hill, so let's level out the ground right here. Very good. All right, so we got the bank, police. Now the police station, I definitely see being a modern one, maybe out by the highway, because I'm sure we're probably good with. Actually, you know what? There's really not a lot of police stations out this way, so. Yeah, why don't we make like a bit of a modern kind of service zone right in here. All right, so just a fire and police station out this way, right by the highway, right by the intersection or interchange. Very useful to have. Will the supports actually reach this way? Who knows? But I think it's worth a try at least. Where are they? Police? Yeah, the police reaches out this way, and the fire is covered by this. All right, so I missed the post office. I should always remember to start off with the post office. So I actually don't think we placed the post office in Prattsburg. So let's go place the post office in Prattsburg. Let's check. No, we didn't. So that would be really easy to add. Why don't we place this? Let's get this more along the main street kind of area. Or maybe by the train station. Yeah, let's go with the train station right here. And we'll see what buildings or what can pop up right here. Probably nothing. So let's take this off and we'll just fill it up with whoopsies. We'll fill it up with concrete really quickly. Yeah, perfect. All right. So back over to Dipsy Doodle. And we are at education. Now technically this counts as a education building. So we're probably good, particularly because we have another one over here. If this one is full, I think we should probably get another one. It's not full. Okay, so we're good. We don't need a high school because we have a high school right over here. And we don't need a university either because that's a little overkill for where we are. But we should probably get a bus route down this way. That would be cool. So if we go to buses and we get a bus route, so we should get the main stop to be, let's get 2 stops. We'll get one, yeah, we'll get one right here, right in front of the sauna. Yeah, let's do that right there. And then we'll get another one, in front of the bank. I don't know about that right there. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll have it, turn around right here. We'll get a stop right about there, and then it will turn back around right here, come back down the main street here. Then it's going to go all the way down this street, and we'll get it to stop right out over here just in case there's something that gets built out that way and we forget. But then we'll get it to stop right here, and right here, and then we'll get it to stop right here so that we get a transfer point right there. And then it will stop out in front of the train station. Let's see, why are we doing that? Why can't we just turn this way properly? Maybe we come down this street then. All right, so we got the buses in. That's fantastic. Let's get a little park in as well. That'll be very nice to have. We could easily make a city park in this area, but I think if we just get like a cool local park, that would be nice. Where should it be? Should it be right in the main street? Should it even be one like this? We could get like the pond in here. That's a pretty good spot for a park, actually. Let's see if it fits. Yeah, a little local pond area. That's pretty cool. Let's see if we can detail it up a little bit to make it seem like this is a path that is traveled. I think if we go with a path like this and we just go right across the asset, it should look a little nicer. Yeah, that's really good. Okay. And then why don't we get just a farm fence, and we'll turn off our guidelines so we can get this to be accurate. Right here, just along this one part of the road. Just like that. And there we go. People can technically park right here too, which is nice. Why don't we get another path right here, like that, or another fence. Yeah, okay, that's really nice. I think that park is really cute. It works for the area too. But let's get a few more. So I think sidewalk cafe would be nice if we can get it to fit. How about right here, right beside the fire station? And then if we get the cool brick version of it, I think that's really neat. What if we were to place this right here, though? Yeah, very cool. And then this can be maybe like a... Actually, I don't think this works here. I think the way the building is shaped, I think it should probably be over on this side. Yeah, there we go. And then maybe we get some sort of commercial building right beside it. Actually, I think it should be a smaller commercial building. Yeah, okay, that's gonna work. All right, so I just did the district, and we put the farming industry on here, so we can get some farming industry in this zone too, if we wish, which will be useful. But let's get this area to be heavily residential. I think that would be beneficial because we need people to live here so that we can get people to work out near the farms, right? So hopefully this is going to work out. Maybe if we bring this path out a little bit more, that'd be cool. Just like that, maybe. Very good. And then we get these little teeny parks too, which we can add in these little ones in here, I think. Oh, maybe if we just adjust a few things. All right, so that sidewalk cafe really does add a lot. I really like that building in this place. So I gotta remember to do that more often because they are pretty cool buildings, aren't they? All right, so we dealt with education, we dealt with transit, we have some parks in here. I don't think a unique building is gonna necessarily work out this way unless we have something, let's get this, unless we have something a bit nature-y maybe. Climate research station, no, I don't think this is gonna work out this way. That's pretty cool. Asset though, I don't think we've ever used that one because it's been unlocked, or it's been locked, sorry. Yeah, okay, I don't think we're gonna get any unique buildings out this way. For now, at least. All right, so here is the small town of Dipsy Doodle, and I think it's looking pretty nice. I think it's pretty cool the way it looks. Oh, I forgot to detail this up a little bit. Yeah, you know, I really like this town. This is a cool little town that we built. So what do we need to do next? Well, we need to get some farms going. This was the whole point. We got the supporting town now. Let's get the actual farms going that kind of spawned up this town, right? Oh, this town looks so cool. I really like this building here. That's awesome. Probably not next to this building, though. We definitely need that to be an older style building or something like this that's been clearly redone. But yeah, Dipsy Doodle's looking really nice. We have an industry slot right here in case there's going to be some industry that levels up there. But this park really makes it too. I think this is really, really neat. All right, let's get some farming going. So we talked about getting some animal agriculture and stuff out that way, but then we talked about getting crops out this way too, because the crops are gonna we're gonna need the crops to support everything, right? So that's why I kind of changed gears when we're talking about these right away, because we clearly are gonna need some crops to support the cows and the animal agriculture and whatnot. So yeah. I'm unsure if I'm actually going to use these to all be individual farms, but I think it's useful at least to have these demarcated so we can kind of see. All right, so let's talk about Laurel Farms. Let's level up Laurel Farms a little bit because I think we can include some animal agriculture out this way. Now, Laurel Farms isn't going... I would imagine that Laurel Farms is this farm, but we're going to get a secondary farm in this area that's going to be supported by the same industry district, but it's not actually going to be considered Laurel Farms, in my opinion, because I'm going to want this to be animal agriculture. So we're going to get some cattle or some sheep or something like that out this way. So I'm just going to take the trees off of here. And since it's not fertile land, and we could easily make it fertile land, that's fine, but that's not how the map was designed, so I'm not going to play it out that way just yet. So let's look at the farming industry buildings themselves, and then we'll talk about what we need. So we have the large animal pasture. I think that's going to be what we're going to go off of. But what road should it be on? I think this one should be the main access road because it's not too busy after this intersection, right? Actually, hold on, because cars are going to come in this way if they're going on this road. All right, so we definitely need to go... Oh my goodness, this is a tough one. I think this road here is probably going to be our best bet then. Yeah. All right, so we're going to go off of here, right about here. And we're going to try and line up with this grid. So I'm going to actually build it off of here, but just temporarily. All right, so this is going to be someone's driveway. This is going to be someone's house. So let's get a house on here. We're just going to go with a 3. Yeah, something like that. That's going to work. And if a house doesn't spawn in there because of the land value, which is pretty low, I'm wondering if we can now kind of use these tiny little parks as like back gardens. Oh, nice. It did spawn. If we do something like this, and that looks like maybe it's their garden or something like that, and then that way it would help the land value a little bit. I'm not sure how much land value that helps out or not, but worth a try at least to hopefully keep this house. Now, I would like it if this house was not too big. So yeah, that's a perfect size. So we're going to keep that. Oh, and you know what? I messed up over here in Dipsy Doodle. This should be European suburbia. So we're going to lose all these houses. But we have so much residential value, so they should pop back in. Okay. So we got that in place. Let's talk about the buildings that they're going to need for their animal agriculture. I think we're probably fine to continue that in that direction, but let's then get a supportive road right here. All right, so we're going to need some pastures, and I think we can get one right here, and then hopefully one right there. No, we can't. So I don't want to get too close to the soccer fields and whatnot, but we have that large pasture that should be good for majority of what we're going to be using. But we'll get some smaller ones too, and then we'll get some of those like, well, is this going to be cattle? First of all, we got to figure that out. I don't know. I think this is a bit too close to be cattle, but we can go with sheep or something like that. That'd be fun. Something different. So we'll go sheep, and then yeah, look at that, little sheepies. And then we still haven't got that house yet. And then let's talk about maybe getting some supportive buildings. We got the cattle shed. Doesn't need to be for cattle, right? It can be for sheepies. And then we have the milking parlor, but we're not going to use that. But we're going to use the grain silo because we need crops for these animals, right? And these animals will need grain to for their food. So I think if we do something like this, leave it on balanced, should be good. And then we can probably actually bring this in a little bit more, seeing as the road shapes are a little smaller. All right, so we got that in place, and then maybe let's throw some trees back up in here because I'd rather kind of hide this from the town. Not that we're hiding it necessarily, but you know what I mean. It's not exactly the nicest thing to look at, so I think that's pretty cool to have. All right, and then I think I kind of want to change this to a dirt road, but if it's too large, no, that's perfect. Okay. So we'll bring this down a little bit further. And we're going to run everything off of this one intersection for this part of the farm. So I think if there's any other buildings we could have, that'd be cool. I could go with like a greenhouse kind of thing. We could actually make some crops in here too. But we should definitely get a maintenance building. I think that would make sense. There we go. And should we actually get some industry in here too? I think that would be cool. Right along this side. Let's see if we can plop down any farming industry areas. Oh, actually, is this in the farming industry zone? All right, so here is the secondary farm for Laurel Farm. So hopefully Laurel Farm should level up a little bit more. And then we have, something closer to like a 5-star industry area. But if we're going to start doing a bit more flour and whatnot, we should definitely focus on maybe getting some big industry areas. So I'm thinking we use Robin Industries zone right here. We're going to get some big crop fields. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into here. We're going to grab our large crop field, which is right here. Large crop field. Fantastic. I'm going to place it down right here. Oh, we need a main building first. Okay. So let's I'm just going to plop it down right here and we'll talk about that in a second. So I just want to do this so that I can get some roads through here. So if we go with a 2-lane gravel road and we connect this up right here like that, very good. And then now we can flip it around. So we do something like that. And then if we just grab it and we can place down a few more. All right, so with this farm, let's go with potatoes. Yeah, let's go with potatoes. I think that would be something somewhat realistic for the theme of the city that we're building in, which is British Columbia. So we'll go potatoes there maybe. And maybe over here we'll go with some corn. Yeah, change things. No, let's go all potatoes. Potatoes, and over here, potatoes, and then potatoes. And maybe some, maybe some potatoes here, and then definitely potatoes on this side. We'll get 2 more on this side. Oh, darn. I was hoping that they'd all be potatoes and potatoes. So there we go. We got that. But then right down here, let's just run a dirt road. And we're just going to end it about there, though. Very cool. Maybe a bit shorter, because I kind of want to run one of these barns in the middle of it. Let's see if we can actually get that to work, though. That'd be cool. Awesome. Okay, those crop fields look really cool. So the Robin Ranch. Let me know if you have a name for the Robin Ranch. But I like that name too. So we can leave that one. But let's get a few more of these in here. So I'm thinking of, as we grab the dirt road, we're going to run this to connect up right there. So this is going to work out great then. And then we just grab this house and we're just going to plop it down right there like that. Very cool. And then we need some supporting infrastructure through here. So they're making a ton of potatoes and potatoes. So this is going to be the majority of what we got going on through here. But we should talk about maybe getting them like a mini greenhouse or something like that. That'd be cool. And then obviously some supporting buildings. So let's put this one right there. That's pretty good. It's a good spot for it. And then we'll get this kind of secondary house right there. Maybe it's not even theirs. Maybe they sold the land or something like that, and that's a real house. And actually we could kind of lean into that a little bit and get some smaller houses right here. All right, so here's the Robin Ranch. Very cool. Really enjoy this a lot. I love that we got the potatoes. I like this barn area over here too. That's really cool. All right, so we should definitely get some more animal and then flour. So flowers. My goodness, flour mill would be a really cool opportunity to get in, because then we can get the bakery in or something like that soon. So I'm thinking the flour area we could get like close to the rail. There's no like river area that would make 100% sense to kind of get it there, like an old classic mill or something like that. But I'm thinking if we get maybe Dean Industries to be the flour mill area, that would be cool. I'd like it close by to the town. That would make sense. So let's go with an industry road, and we're gonna go right off of here with our guidelines. But let's get the flour mills in here, and then we can talk about how we're gonna kind of incorporate this theme into the build here. Because I want to get a couple of these flour mills in because we're gonna need to ship these out. Now the shipping of the flour is going to be going from that train station. However, there is an opportunity that we could potentially get a spur line into here, but will it be operational or just for looks? That is still to be seen, I guess. So let's get the flour mills. Okay, so are they going to fit on this side? Area has no main building. Of course it doesn't. So let's get the main building in here. And you know what? We could get this to be like a house, like an old house along Dipsy Doodle Parkway. So if we grab this and we rotate it, and we plop it down right here, look at that. That looks perfect. Just plop it down right here. But then why would the flour mill be there? Okay, no, this one has to be over on this side then. Yeah, that looks really cool right there too. You definitely see that in real life. All right, so I'm thinking we get like an old right of way through here or something like that. That'd be really cool. And then we curve it kind of into here, kind of showing that maybe the flour mill used to have on a potential. Whoops, I only needed this one track. Actually, no, we can just do the double track because otherwise we get that weird symbol, right? So yeah, so maybe we said that the flour mill had an old kind of right-of-way access to ship out the flour or something like that. That'd be cool. All right, so we could definitely set that up to be the case. So in which case then we need the industry road to connect up into here. There we go. And then we need like some sort of building to represent that there used to be some sort of, how can we do that? We could actually maybe just use one of these industry buildings, this large grain silo. We could do that, and then if we rotate it, so it's looks something like this maybe. Yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's get a few trees in here to kind of cover up, make it look like a bit of an older hidden right-of-way kind of thing. And then we should probably get a bit of industry along here. All right, so now we should see some crops get filtered into this one, which will be useful. This intersection looks like it's going to get busy rather than this one. Yeah, we might need to move this farmhouse. Oh my goodness. Yeah, probably. Maybe this farmhouse could be over on this side then, right beside the rails. I don't know. I think we can leave it for now. All right. So, should we get anything off of this street for this farm? I mean, we could easily get a few other animal agriculture kind of things. Do something like that. We can then rotate the house to be on this street instead. Let's go pigs. Why not? Actually, you know what? Let's go with the Highland cows because maybe that's a bit more unique, you know? Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we definitely need to get some more residential going out this way before we do too much more. And then we need a little barn for them. Could go for the milking parlor. No. Let's go with the cattle shed. Yeah. Whoops, I just clicked 2 down. Trying to use move it here. There we go. All right, that's pretty neat. And then we could easily just hide this. Now, the great thing about the animal agriculture, if you didn't know, is that it doesn't need to be on fertile ground. So we can kind of have it in this kind of area. Very good. All right, look at that. We got some Highland cows. Yeah. All right. So I think that's probably all we have time for in today's episode. We did a lot, though. We got an interchange in. We got the town of Dipsy Doodle going. We got these farms going, which is really good. But we don't have that bakery yet, because I think I mentioned it last episode that was one of them that I was looking at getting in. But I have a location in mind for it, but it's not going to be something that we're going to build up right away. So I'm just going to plop it down so that we kind of have like a bit of a full circle moment for everything. But I want this bakery to be over in here. I think we could get this to be like a cool kind of waterfront kind of vibe through here. Now I wonder if we could get this to work kind of like right up against the waterfront. No, probably not. I thought that the concrete of the foundation was going to kind of show. You're going to see the concrete right there, but I guess not. But I'm thinking the bakery would look really good right in this kind of zone. So let's make sure that it is at the same height as this. And then probably this one also needs to be the same height. Yeah, I thought like this like really old-fashioned industrial building would look really good along here. Especially if we get like an older kind of waterfront going through this area, I feel like that would be the kind of right building for this area. So that's what I want to get in there. Let's turn it up to max now, because we need crops, flour, and animal products, which we have all of the above now. So if we just kind of maybe grab an industry road really quickly, and we just bring this out through here, we can probably get everything we need off of this street here. So let's see, this is where that road needs to go. All right, so hopefully that should do it. Oh, we need some water for these buildings. I did forget water at some point in this episode. There we go. But I think we did a lot this week, eh? Holy cow. We got to Prattsburg going, we got Dipsy Doodle, we got some farms out this way, and we're really starting to populate this area, and we can definitely expand upon these zones because we still have some farming industry to kind of build up. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments section down below, and we will talk soon. Let's get a cool kind of screenshot for the thumbnail. How about something like that? Have a wonderful day, folks. Talk to you soon. Peace out.